Hey everybody, it's Amanda. It's been a while since we talked about all of the banks. It's been a minute. I didn't want to really get into it until the end of the year, but it's time to jump off of the diving board. Might as well. So most of you guys know that I unstuffed the banks. This bank is new. It's beautiful. It was a gift. Thank you so much. But I had to unstuff everything before the time that I anticipated. So let's rewind a little bit and talk about the unfortunate events that happen. And you don't even have to be on a low income for these things to happen. And I know some people think that I'm just out here embarrassing myself on the internet, but I'd rather talk about the reality of the situation and be embarrassed than sit here and tell you that everything was cool. Because it wasn't. The reality is that since my Kia was totaled in an accident in December of last year, we have had to struggle bus it with the money that we had put away, money that we got from the accident, which was actually not enough to purchase a car, because let's be real, they don't do that. They don't give you enough to purchase another car, even though you're paying for insurance every single month. Can't give you enough to help you get another car. And unfortunately, unlike most cash budgeters, most people doing the cash envelope, wallet stuffing, doing the sinking funds, savings challenges, all the different things, we had to unstuff sooner than the end of the year. Now, most times people take the money that they had saved all year and they put it into sinking funds. They say, I'm gonna fully fund my goal of, or I'm continuing to fund my goal of, whatever that may be. So it was a little sad, to say the least, that we had to unstuff the banks. But the truth is that this is also the biggest reason why I need to restart. Because life happens, unfortunately. And because life happens, we always have to be prepared for the next storm. So you get through one traumatic event, time to then start saving for the next traumatic event. So, in that, cars break down. Older cars break down. That's life. I wish I could say that in this economy, I could afford a car loan. But I'm telling you right now, I'm sure that there's a raise of hands, and you can even say in comments, raise of hand, if you have looked for a new used car in the last probably 5 years. You know for a fact that some of these vehicles are overpriced for what they are. Sorry you thought your hunk of junk was gold, but it's not. But it's not. So in that, I wanted to talk about the fact that we had to purchase a van with this money. It's a 19-year-old car. And even though I share a lot of embarrassing things on this channel and my unfortunate luck, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's all about being prepared for the next unfortunate event. Now, recently, I did find that, and I kind of laugh, I didn't watch or anything, but people have been making videos about my channel, and I'll go into a whole video on that because I find that to be quite interesting, and I don't necessarily mean it in a bad way. I know. I said it out loud. But it also comes with the price of being on the internet and sharing what I do share. So, reeling it back in, I need to really start redoing all the banks. I haven't decided what to do, particularly with the kitty bank. I know I'm saving my pennies back up. I'm not going to be actually utilizing the pennies for the better good of savings. I'm going to utilize the pennies as something fun that I can put away. Because recently, when I went to the bank, I had asked if they were still giving out pennies. She said that they only give out pennies unless they have to, or unless you're a business. So my friend who gave me a ha-ha joke about the rolls of pennies, she's like, "This is for your savings." I was like, "Gee, thanks." Ha-ha. Kind of poking fun at me. They don't give rolls of pennies. Not that I'm looking to get rolls of pennies, but it's just something that I can do to put something away that is fun. Because you never know. The pennies could be worth something down the line. Obviously, it may not even be in my lifetime. But, nonetheless, I'm going to separate them and put them in their own jar like I've been doing for 2 years. Now, if you are having troubles with saving money, I don't care if you're saving dollars. I don't care if you're saving nickels, dimes, quarters, pennies. Maybe you don't want to save your pennies separately. I have been putting change and dollars into Hamlet here. Now, Hamlet is my biggest pig. So I have already started putting a little bit of money into him. Not a lot. Don't have a lot to work with. Side hustles have been slow. DoorDash is slow. Selling things on Marketplace, slow. And it's not to make anyone feel bad for me in my situation, because these are side hustles. This is somewhat easier ways to make money without having to get a second job. Now, I've worked 2 jobs most of my adult life, but when times are tough, it's hard to save. So I suggest, if you are having a hard time with the sinking funds and the savings challenges and the cash stuffing in general, to get yourself a bank. Today is the 24th of October. If you get yourself a bank where you can't see in it and you're just putting a few dollars in here and some change in, and maybe you get a gift of some cash for Christmas, because that's what some people do, you can put that into your banks or singular bank. Maybe you only have one. Maybe you have one for dollars and you have one for coins. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you want to bust it open with a hammer at the end of the year and said, "I actually saved some money." That's okay too. So if you are going to start a bank, let me know in the comments down below, because I am definitely interested in seeing how many people think that this actually works. You don't have to save thousands. You have to say, "This pig is for my next car, and this cat is for my next vacation, and this pig is for my next house." Doesn't have to be a large thing that you are saving for. Maybe you're just saving for an emergency. Maybe you're just saving for the next wave of things that are coming around. Because you just don't know when things will turn awry. No different than the stuff I'm working on in my members. It's been slow and steady wins the race, and I've had to take breaks over the last month because unfortunately I'm riding the wave. I just had an emergency. I just had to replace a vehicle. Wasn't fun. It was ugly. Didn't like it. Didn't want to have to do it because there was other plans made. But you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I hope you do get yourself a little piggy bank started, even if you're starting with a jar like this one. This jar was so heavy at one point, it cracked. It's not broken to the point where it's going to cut me. See? It's just cracked. This is a pasta jar. You can do this. You can do this. So from the time of October 24th to the end of the year, let's say the last week of December, let's give ourselves some grace. How many people are going to start a bank? Have you started a bank already? When did you start it? When are you going to open it? What are you hoping to save for? Because my members and I are working on a project. We're going to save for our emergency fund. Even if it's not a lot of money, it's a kickstart. I didn't spend all of my emergency fund on the part and the repair for the van, but I still have $200 in here. Yep. $200. Also, I wanted to mention that I think it's funny someone made a video about me, which honestly kind of made me realize that these videos that I'm making are getting traction. Also kind of made me laugh a little bit. Because I'm like, me? Why would you pick me? I don't have really all that many subscribers compared to bigger channels, but okay. I got called a grifter and that I'm going to quit my job sometime soon. Well, I haven't quit my job, and I don't plan on quitting my job, and as a matter of fact, most people are pretty fortunate to have a job in 2025. So you have to think of that, especially in our current economic climate. There are so many people out of work. Why would I quit a job that I have been trying to get for quite some time now? It's not easy learning something new, but I'm trucking along, and I've made it through my first month of working there. Why wouldn't I continue? So, that's another thing. Be careful what you watch. Gotta be careful what you watch. But as always, you can only do what you can with what you got, because it really is all you have to work with. And if you are on Social Security disability, if you are on Social Security limited income, or you are a low income person, or just having a hard time saving, get a bank. Get started, get to work, sell things that you don't think you need, It's the holiday season. You got all those extra decorations, pull them out. I don't want that anymore. Sell it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You don't need it. If you haven't used that Christmas ornament set for 10 years, someone else might want it. Maybe you have a skill. Maybe you have something of value that you can put out into the universe. I have a skill in cleaning, so I'm going to start cleaning houses to put money in my bank. Maybe you can pick up some extra hours at your job. Maybe you can get a job that works around the schedule of doing DoorDash. Maybe you have decided that you are going to finally teach a skill that you already know. Maybe you know more about investing than you know cooking, and you're going to teach someone how to invest their money. Maybe you're going to make something with your skills. There's tons of ways that you can make money, even in a tough economy. Because if I'm doing it, you could do it too. All right? I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.